Film Development Hell, Day 44, Casting, Networking, Editing, and Festivals is the name of this video. Why? Well, my name is Deborah Richards, and I am an independent film director from Las Vegas. And if you're new to this channel, this is a long-form, daily vlog, a deep dive look into my life as a working film director in the industry, independent film director. So, why is this video called Casting, Networking, Editing, and Film Festivals? Well, let's go through it. First of all, we got the huge bananas news. You heard it here first. This is official. This is incredible. This is blowing my mind. As you guys know, my business partner and team have been in development of our third feature film, which is called SCISSOR. It's a horror set in Texas in the early 80s, and we've been in development of that for over a year now. And now that our second feature film, Shaken and Stirred, got released a couple weeks ago, I have a bit more bandwidth to concentrate on our next film. So that is what I've been doing. And one of the huge pieces of news is that one of our number one choice for one of the role is called Deputy Wayne Dixon. Not the smartest cop in Texas, but he sure does love his gal. And when I was writing the screenplay, the actor I had in mind for the role was Johnny Pemberton from Amazon Prime's Fallout. And there's no easy way to say this, I'll just say it. He just signed a letter of intent. Our casting director, Kimberly Skirm, has been negotiating with his manager, and Johnny has just signed on for the movie. So we have our first legitimate star attached to SCISSOR, and this is just blowing my mind. It's blowing my mind because it's who I had in mind for this when I was writing the screenplay. And I've worked with celebrities in the past, but mostly in the music world. I've worked with a lot of famous musicians and stuff, but this is definitely the biggest actor to be attached to one of my projects. And this movie is 10 times bigger than our last movie. So this is just mind-blowing and very exciting. So that's why I said casting. Networking, because in a minute I've got to have a meeting. Well, I have a Zoom meeting scheduled with a person of interest. She is a producer with a background as an accountant, and for quite a while, Patrick, my business partner, and I have been looking for someone to join the team that is more focused on the financial side of the business than producing or creative, which is where I'm focused. So I have a little speed lunch, a Zoom meeting with her to, because I think she may be the right person for this. So we're gonna just kind of get to know each other and each other's hopes and dreams and goals and all that. Editing, because yesterday we shot 6 national TV commercials. I directed and DP'd, and I quite literally have to edit them today and tomorrow. Because they will be on TV next week, and so I have to bust them out the door really quickly. Also, the sooner I get done with them, the sooner I get paid, so there's motivation there. And then Film Festival, because this evening, in a few hours' time, our proof of concept for the feature that we're making next, we made a small proof of concept called SCISSOR, the short, and that is playing at the Las Vegas Film Festival this evening. So I wasn't going to go to that. Patrick was going to go, and I don't know if I'm in the mood to go to a film festival, but Pat's kind of talked me into it, and it is always really cool seeing you work on a big screen. So, and we know the people hosting the red carpet, and we'll know people there, and we want to be supportive to other people's projects because, the film community is a small community, especially in a city like Las Vegas. So, and Pat and I are respected in the community. So if we can help support others in the film community, that's only a good thing. So the big news: Johnny Pemberton is attached to SCISSOR. I'm about to meet someone that may be an important person in our future. I got some editing to do, so you'll finally actually get to see me do some editing today, maybe, because it's weird that you don't see me edit very much, and I do a lot of editing. So I was thinking maybe I can, you know, show you how I beast these commercials into shape, and you can also see what we shot yesterday. And then, of course, we have the festival this evening. So, you know, when I was thinking this morning, what shall I call this video? Because it's not really one thing, it's a whole bunch of things. We've got casting, networking, editing, film festivals. But this is it. This is the daily grind. This is the reality. This is my reality of being an independent film director. Um, you know, it's not incredibly glamorous or anything, but it's just constantly working towards these common goals of making films. And, you know, hopefully, if anyone watching out there is like curious about the world of filmmaking or an aspiring filmmaker, then maybe my journey and my struggle through the industry could shed some light onto the realities and the practicalities. And talking about the realities and practicalities, let me just say, we have been negotiating with Johnny Pemberton's manager for this for about a year. So our casting director, Kimberly Scum, has been actively engaging with Johnny's manager for a year, going back and forth, and we finally got this letter of intent. And this is amazing. We're going to put his name on our IMDB, and we're free to use his name to promote the project. Hence, why I'm saying this publicly now. It's very, very exciting. I can't help but feel, you know, with him on board, all the other dominoes are just going to fall into place now. And more on that later. But I got to jump into this meeting, and as you guys know, nothing happens without coffee. So let me get my coffee on. Got my coffee, and the other thing that I have to do today is tidy up my desk, because as you can see, it is a mess. I don't know how it got so messy. Look, there's things on the floor like a keyboard case. Cables everywhere. Right, it's just like piles of stuff on my desk. Oh yeah. Yeah, do a quick little tidy up. Well, let me show you how bad it is so you actually understand what a mess my desk is. But it's just kind of indicative of how busy I've been lately. Look at this. What is going on? Yeah. Mess. So I'm gonna tidy up. Actually, I got about 8 minutes before the meeting. I think I can get my desk under control in that. So let me just beast that up. I didn't get too much of my desk tidied up. I managed to get that end tidied up, but I'm about to jump into this Zoom with this person of interest. So I'm just waiting for her to enter the Zoom room. But guys, I gotta tell you, I am absolutely buzzing with this Johnny Pemberton news. I just can't believe it. It's very, very exciting. And if you're not sure who Johnny Pemberton is, let me pull up a picture of him. This is Johnny Pemberton. And, okay, I gotta calm down. So, Pat, what do you think about the Johnny Pemberton news?
It's a very positive sign. It's at least a sign that the script, I like the script.
Yeah. Well, we know for a while that the script's pretty good. I mean, we've known for a while the script is production ready.
This is more validation from the industry.
That's true.
I mean, us liking the script doesn't mean anything.
No, us liking the script doesn't mean anything, of course. But other people liking the script is...
Well,
we've had
relevant people liking the script.
Relevant people, absolutely. That's, you know, doesn't matter if my sister likes it or if Cookie likes it. It's not going to get us very far. What do you think, Cookie? Let's check in with her. What do you think, Cooks? Do you like the script? So that was great. Just had a great meeting with this quote-unquote person of interest to join our team potentially as a finance person on the team. And I thought it went really well. We were talking for about an hour. Pat said that I overloaded her with information, but we need smart cookies on the team, and like we need people that can absorb a lot of information. And she struck me as someone that can. Pat, what did you think of her?
Sure, she seemed up and up.
So she comes from a finance world and she's transitioning into film. So that is why she's a person of interest to me, because I feel that Patrick needs to concentrate on producing, I need to concentrate on the artistic, and we need, a trifecta person who has experience with business and finance. And I think that would be really helpful to the overall, growth of our company. So yeah, we chatted for an hour. She seems really interested in continuing the conversation. So I just sent her the screenplay for Scissor Mouth and the deck and some concept art and filled her in on what's going on. And yeah, it's going to be an ongoing conversation. So hopefully we'll touch base next week and hear her thoughts on the project. And it's just positive. I'm feeling a lot of positivity. Pat, I'm feeling a lot of positivity.
That's good.
Like overall.
Good.
Like we have momentum. I'm surprised Pat isn't jumping up and down on his desk about the Johnny Pemberton stuff, but I feel like we have insane momentum right now, and it's very exciting. James Cameron brings his dog to set?
That's the thing. He did. Is he anyone to make a noise about it?
No, I think James Cameron gets his way, right? But I don't think he takes his dog to set.
He takes his rhino.
I gotta clean up my desk. It's a mess. Is this tracking me? There we go. This is Film Business by Floyd Marshall Jr. He does a lovely podcast that I was on last week, and this is an awesome book. And look who's on the cover. It's me. Very, very talented other people on the cover too.
Not just you.
Not just me. We have the Angel. She's amazing. She's a friend. I think there's a second edition coming out soon. Okay. Still tracking me? Great. Camera's doing its job. It is dusty in here. Okay, I feel like I'm procrastinating before editing, but to be honest, I need a clean area to edit, otherwise I'll go nuts. Especially on a big project like this, where I gotta kind of dig in. These are like door stoppers, but I put them under my keyboard when I go and do like gigs on the road. Patrick's been making me laugh. So yeah, I cleaned up my desk. So I'm happy. So now I've got no excuse not to edit. Okay guys, I'm gonna get into this edit. So I'm gonna share my screen with you and walk you through what I do for an edit. Just to give you a quick heads up, I've already ingested the content into Premiere, which is what I'll be editing in. And okay, so let me explain the rest as we go. So here we are. Let me just clean this up a bit so I can talk about what we've got going on here. So essentially what we're looking at over here is because I do these commercials every 3 to 6 months, I just copy the last program file and I bring in the content because it's almost like my own template for it now. So I bring it in, and so all the timelines are basically copied from the last version. So they'll have content on, but I'll delete them and I'll just use the timeline as for the sequence settings, if that makes sense. But the first thing I do is delete the content and then bring in, all the new content. So this is all the new content that we shot yesterday. This is one dot because we have 3 CF cards and it's like one, it's got a dot with a Sharpie on it. The second one's like got 2 dots. The third one's got 3 dots. So this is card 1 dot on the Z cam, which is our A cam. Then we've got all of the audio brought in that Oscar recorded yesterday. And then there's a couple shots that we played around with the DJI Pocket Osmo. So that's them there. So first thing we do is bring in a timeline or create a timeline called an assembly. And you can see I've got my assemblies in this folder here. And an assembly is literally that. It's all the content that we shot. So all this stuff in blue here is all the stuff from the 1 dot. So as we go through it, we can see these are all the shots that we shot yesterday. You can see there's a lot of shots, a lot of setups, a lot of gags. And then there's some random DJI Pocket Osmo stuff to play with. And then this is the audio down here. So this is the audio from the first spot. This is the audio from the second spot. And this is kind of where we're picking up. So I'm bringing in the rest of the audio here. So I'm going to open up the shoot, open up the audio. We want spot number 3. So I'm going to take all that audio and just throw it here for now. And I just want to give it a different color. So I'm going to label it. What are we doing here? I like to go down through the colors. Oops. Next one down. Lavender, cerulean. Cerulean. Spot number 3 is cerulean. And the point of this is to create a timeline with everything that we shot yesterday. So we've got one master timeline that we know this is everything we shot yesterday. Forest, sure. Okay, so we've got 2 more spots of audio. And then on the next timeline, we're going to be syncing this. So, what was I doing? Oh yeah, labeling. Sounds good. Mingo. Okay, great. Save. Now, for the next timeline, as I said, we're going to be doing some syncing. So here in the assemblies timeline, we've got our second one, which is just called sync. So we've got assembly 1 there. Second assembly, which is sync. So all we're going to do is copy all this data and throw it in our sync lab. Uh-oh, where is it? Oh, I see. Oops. There we go. That's right. Okay. So it's interesting because our sound guy is so good. He separates all the audio into different spots. But obviously, when we shoot on our A cam, everything is sequential. So it might even be more helpful next time if he doesn't go to the trouble of, organizing it like that for us and just records it sequentially. Because now I gotta go to the scripts and figure out which bit is which. So essentially I've got 6 commercials here that I gotta sync up. And I'm pretty sure that these first shots of this beautiful model called Cree, this is all those were all spot number 6. So let's just get this color scheme. Purple, sure. And I just want to bump everything down the line here. So I'm going to select everything beyond here and just bump it down the line real quick, just to make some space so we can sync up some of the stuff. Now this will be from this pile of audio because that's spot 6. So I'm just going to kind of bring all of that there and then move everything a little further along. So I have a little space to work here at the front. So I'm just going to guess, oops, that this first block of audio syncs with that. And let's try syncing audio. And it did. Okay, so now I'm just going to cut the excesses on there, delete them. I know we got 3 tracks of audio here, but I'll deal with that later. All I just did is push that clip to the beginning of the timeline, so that's now synced, right? So now I'm going to repeat the process for the other bits of audio and clips. So I'm going to select that, synchronize, okay. And because the audio is shorter than the video here, I'm just going to trim that to the same and then connect those 2 clips. Or not connect, but just put them at the beginning of the timeline. Okay. This is all shot in 4K UHD, I hope. Actually, let me just reveal this shot in the project and then open up the project to see 3840 by 2160. That is Diet 4K, aka UHD. It's a lot of letters. Okay. Let me bump this down the line. Give me some room. Give me some room to work. Okay, and I'm using control surfaces on my desk, so you might not necessarily see me like right click and open up a menu. I might get the same result by just pressing a button and getting to that menu item. So that's what's going on. So now we're going to sync this. See, I just hit a button on one of my control surfaces. And, oh, that's weird. Should have worked. Okay. It's going well. I'm going to sync this. So I just got to do this to all of the audio for all 6 spots. Now, not every shot has audio, which is what we're about to find out, because after that clip, the next thing on this particular spot was MOS, which is mit out sound. Don't ask me, it's an old German thing. But anyway, so we got a bunch of B-roll basically, mit out sound. Until we get to this lady, which is a different spot. So all these shots we're just gonna cut and connect to this bit back here. Paste it in there. Okay, so this is all spot 6. That's going well. Okay, and I guess we'll leave the rest of the spot 6 dialogue here until we find more spot 6 shots, because this is not spot 6, this one is. I know the model's name is Ashley, and in this spot she is a biology student. So this is spot number 5. Excellent. So let me see how many of these shots there are before we get to her B-roll. Okay, that's great. So, what did I say? Spot 5. Which is these. Oh, you know what? Let me create some space again. It'll work. Awesome. Now I can take this audio, cut, paste here on the timeline, and quickly do a quick save. But this is pretty much, I know this is gonna work. I hope this is gonna work. I should be able to just synchronize that video and that audio. Boom, yep, it worked. And then cut off the tops and tails just like we were doing earlier. Rinse and repeat. So, I'm gonna do a bunch of this so you don't have to watch me do the same thing over and over and over again. And I'll catch up with you guys in a sec when we get to the next bit. Okay, I still haven't synced up all this audio, so I gotta get my foot on the gas and edit. Okay, we're back. I have synced up all that audio, and I've color-coded these different sections into the different commercials spots. So if we have a look at this first one is the hold on, what is this first one? Is this one first one? This first one should be, I guess the driver's still waking up. It's being a little slow. I had to do a restart because the computer was getting cranky. But so this first one is like a sorority thing. The second one is a golf one. Golf gag. The why is this being so slow? This is really frustrating. So yeah, that's the golf one. Then the next one is I don't know why it's being so slow. The next one is hot tub party. The next one is country girl. The next one is, come on, hard drive, you're better than this. The next one is Ashley, the student biologist. Come on, why is it being so slow? Wake up, computer. This is Ashley, the biologist, looking at fascinated by the pill bottles. And then we've got the last one is Cree, the international supermodel. So those are the spots. So yeah, so I've synced up all the sound. If you're wondering, hey, why is this bit got no sound? Well, it's because that is B-roll. So now what I'm going to do is create another timeline in my assembly. And this one is going to be called trim. So I've got the first one is assembly, the second one is sync. If you remember, the first one is just like everything. Second one is sync, is everything synced up. And then the third one, the trim, we're going to copy everything from sync and throw it in here. But we're going to do a little bit of cleanup on aisle 5. So the first thing we're going to do is unlink this audio. So that, oops, what's going on now? First thing we're going to do is all this sync audio we're going to unlink. So that, why is that not unlinking? It's always something, right? This should unlink it. Let's see, unlink. Okay, it's all unlinked. Great. Now, I know there's 3 tracks of synced audio there, but we really don't need all 3. They're just clone, they're like backups. So, and now that we've done that, we can unlink our main clips and literally get rid of the scratch audio, which is the audio from the camera. Oop, got rid of all that. And now we can just throw this up one track. Boom. And so this is kind of somewhat trimmed and much cleaner. These first 2 clips, for some reason they wouldn't sync, and I'm not too worried because it's the first take. So I'm just going to delete and get rid of them. Usually first takes are just a disaster because you're working out, everything. So this is now the, okay, this is starting to scrub better now. So we've got the sorority one, we've got the golf one, we got it slowing down again, so I won't bore you with that. But let's just go into, we've got these draft timelines from our legacy program file that we copied from the last time. And there are 6 of them. Lonely Man, Supermodels, Alexis, Puma, Tyler, Motley, and these are all the titles of the old spot. So we're going to change these titles now real quick and rename. So the first one is, let me go to my scripts. Oh, Sorority Party. Okay, let me butcher the spelling on this. Sorority Party. Okay, close enough. The second one is Summer Golf. And it's important that I label these the same as what they are in the script because it'll coincide with the slate for TV and the spot number. It's a whole thing if I don't. The next one is called Hot Tub Party. Of course it is. Okay, great. Number 4 is Country Girl, Jaden. Jaden, Country Girl. The next one is Ashley, Biology Student. Is that what it's called? I think we're just calling this one Ashley. Oh, these last 3 bits just the names of the girls. So Ashley, Jaden, and Cree. So we can rename that. Ashley, Jaden, and Cree. Okay. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this content from the first trim sync assembly, copy that, and bring it over to this timeline, and I'm just going to park all that content after what was initially there. What's initially there, I can kind of delete all that because that was like legacy stuff.
Not bad.
Oh, and the other thing is we shot in 4K, but these timelines for the TV spots are actually 1080. So what I'm going to do is take this first clip here and bring it down to 50%. We should be at, is it 50 or 47? Let's see. No, 50% works. Okay, so now I'm just going to copy that first clip, and then I'm just going to paste the attributes of the motion to all the other clips. So now they are all... Why didn't it work? There's a lot of bugs in the latest Premiere, I swear. Let's try that again. Okay, cool. Alright, so what that time? So now they're all the right size. Great. So this is basically ready to edit, and that's what I'm going to do to each one of these, get them in a state of essentially ready to edit. So same thing with number 2. Grab that content, go over to number 2, park it back here so it's just ready to, select from that and put it over here into the actual edit itself. Same with number 3, you get the idea. And 4, 5, copy, and 6. So now I don't really need this trim timeline up because I have my 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 synced content and the template for the edit, I suppose. And so now I just actually start editing. So we're in good shape. Hey Pat, what time are we leaving for this festival?
5.
Okay, so maybe I should leave the actual editing for tomorrow because I gotta get ready for this festival now. So I've decided, instead of making myself look pretty for tonight, I've decided to do the complete opposite and just go super low key because I've got no intention of doing any red carpet photos or anything fancy. I'm just really there to see our short and support the other filmmakers. And yeah, so we're on our way to this festival. And the official name of this festival is what?
Indie Vegas Film Festival.
The Indie Vegas Film Festival.
They actually gave us Best Movie last year.
Yeah, well, our first feature one, best in show, right?
Best Movie, yeah.
Best movie, best in show. So that was cool. That was last year.
That was last year. So thank you.
So thank you very much to Indie Vegas Film Festival. Did I say it right? Indie Vegas Film Festival, thank you. And so that's where we're going now. Where is it being held at?
The Galaxy Theater at the Cannery.
The Galaxy Theater at the Cannery. That's on the east side of town.
No.
On the north. Okay, so I know nothing about where I live. I've only been here 26 years. So, do we know any of the other shorts that are playing?
No.
Like, you didn't recognize them, or you didn't look at them?
I did, but I didn't recognize
Got it. So I wonder if there'll be any other local filmmakers. Last year we met some nice people.
We met a lot of nice people.
We met Hunter last year. Really lovely young filmmaker and great actor. Hunter Nichols, right?
Yeah.
Nicholas.
Nicholas.
Hunter Nicholas.
See.
You're gonna press the button on the elevator. And guys, yesterday was the first time ever, I think, or the only existing video of me actually directing, because I always have closed sets, and I don't like being watched while I work, because then I become self-conscious, like I'm, all of a sudden I'm hamming it up for the camera instead of concentrating on work. So I don't usually have any BTS of me actually video of me directing. So I think yesterday's the only video in existence of me actually directing, which is crazy because I've been directing for 15 years now. So that's crazy. So off we go to North Vegas, you said?
Yeah.
Wow, it's gonna take a long time to get there. I should have brought my passport. I didn't know it'd be so far away. How long will it take us to get there?
I don't know now.
Because it's rush hour?
Rush hour.
Rush hour. So here we are in North Vegas at the Cannery. And traffic was really bad, but we're gonna go find the film festival. What are we gonna do? Okay. We do a little camera.
And we are back here live at
Oh,
the Vegas Film Festival, Red Carpet. I'm your host, Alicia, and we're here with... Nice to meet you, Patrick. Hi, Deborah. Nice to meet you. Great. What brings you guys here to the Vegas Indie Film Festival? Oh, wonderful. What's the title? Scissor Mouth. Can you tell us a little bit? Sure, it's actually a proof of concept.
So just did a little red carpet interview. Oh, what's that?
I'm joking. I have a shot of you taking with yours.
Oh, that's so funny. So we just did a little impromptu interview with red carpet host Alicia, talking about SCISSOR Mouth and other stuff. Just had our photos taken, and we got thingies, and then we're about to go into the screening, right?
Yes.
Would you want to get sodas or anything? Or?
Oh, this is what is it? What time is it? We have 8 minutes.
We got 8 minutes? Okay, we're gonna explore. Oh, no way. How funny. How funny. Look, we've just you're on the show. Right
I'm
now?
on the show.
Right now. What a lovely pleasure to bump into you.
I'm sorry.
Oh my God,
Well, I
it's
wouldn't miss
amazing.
it. I saw that you were on the list, and I was like, hey, I'm
Oh,
going.
it's so sweet. It's so
How
sweet.
are you?
Do you mind if we squeeze you in?
Not at all.
Yeah, let's do
I don't
it.
mind if you don't mind.
Yeah, fun. What
How's it going?
It's Guys, this is our friend Lori.
I didn't know if you'd come today.
This is amazing.
Do you have your shoot? Was it today or tomorrow?
Yesterday we shot six
yesterday.
commercials, yeah.
Wow.
So, so I feel a little beat up, but I wasn't.
Mommy? Mommy, look at me. Look at me, Mommy. Don't be silent. What have you done?
So we just came out of the theater, and that was cool seeing the DCP of SCISSOR, the proof of concept. Because we just made that DCP the other day, and it played well.
And look who we met in the movie theater.
Yeah, look who's here in the lobby. It is the Mandalorian.
Yeah. And also Lori.
And so cool that we bumped into our friend Lori.
She was there at our premiere for Shakeless.
Did you have a fun night there?
I had a great time.
It was a fun night.
So much fun.
It was so much fun. It went by like 2 minutes. It felt like it was just like shook. And I'm still recovering. So, should we head out and get some food? Get some dinner? Okay, cool. Alright, thanks guys for watching. If you like this long form content, you know what to do. Click on the circle up here, like and subscribe, comment down below. Let's keep the conversation going, and I'll see you all tomorrow for some more film development hell. Peace.